I just didn't want to do anything. So I told her, I said, you know what? I have zero desire to do this stuff. You know, my heart issues. And she's like, do me a favor. Take this list of ingredients, because we all have it, y'all. There's a list we have of every ingredient in every product. It's on, I think it comes in 2 sheets of paper you can print off. She's like, take this to your doctor just to vet it out. If not for you, for me. So I can make sure that, you know, these really are legit. I was like, all right. So I showed them to my doctors. They looked at them and they were like, there is nothing in these ingredients that can actually hurt you, which really surprised me because I was ready for them to tear them up. I showed it to my son's naturopath and he was like, oh my gosh, there's ingredients in here that we give to your son. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And the third person that I had look at it was a holistic health coach in Dallas, a dear friend of mine. We worked at an ad agency together back in like 98, 2000, 2001. And she wanted to tear it to shreds. And she was looking at it. She was so impressed. She ended up joining my team a few months after that and now is an Emerald Ambassador on my team. So I'm getting all of these yeses from these doctors. So I said, okay, I'll try your little infamous pink drink. I'll give it a shot. Tried it. I liked it the first day. By the second day, I felt that natural sustained energy everybody talked about. I was so ready for it to be like a Red Bull, Mountain Dew, pounding heart, you know, type of reaction, but it wasn't. So it's like I felt good. And I remember thinking, this is what they're talking about. Okay, all my friends weren't lying to me. This stuff actually is kind of legit. I kind of see what they're talking about. So I wasn't completely sold in at the time. And I was home one day and the doorbell rang and it was the UPS guy. And he brought in a box because when you buy a lot of Plexies, it comes in a box. Well, Gus, I hadn't bought any Plexies, okay? But it comes with a tape all around it that said Plexis. And I'm looking at it, turned to my husband who worked from home. I was like, is she pushing this stuff on me? I told her I would drink this pink thing, but what is this? And he's like, babe, that's actually mine. Okay, you know, my husband had been buying on the sly from my best friend. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, Roz, look, all of your friends are so happy with these products. Everyone's going on about how much they're making. What are you so afraid of? And I was like, well, babe, I don't have the time and I don't do that kind of stuff. I mean, I had such a negative view of network marketing. I really did, which most people out there do, which kind of helps me now when I talk to people who are skeptics because I was so there. But really, what kind of got me finally doing it is just money. We needed the money. My husband's like, listen, you know what? You know, we need some extra cash. We work ourselves to the bone, and we barely are making it every month. And at the time, my son was needing a therapy. He's on the autism spectrum. And there was a therapy, it was a neurotherapy they were offering, but it was going to cost me $1,000 out of pocket every month. And my insurance company refused to pay for it. And I was really, really scared because my son was going into middle school that year. And anybody who has a child who has any challenges at all, life is hard enough. But the idea of putting him in a middle school situation was horrifying. And we knew in our hearts that getting this therapy would help him have a better quality of life going into this new situation. But we didn't have the money to pay for it. So it kept us up at night, and we were just riddled with how do we offer this to our child? Well, when he said, let's do this for him, it's like my mind completely changed. It's like all of a sudden it wasn't about me. It was about this little sweet kid. And everything changed because any of you that are mamas out there, you guys know, like we will knock down walls for our kids. We'll scrap and bite and claw for our children. And that's kind of the position I was in. I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot. I'll give it a try. I'll post on Facebook. I'll do what they say. I bet we'll make a couple $100. We'll have to pray through the rest because I don't know how this is going to happen. That it doesn't make sense, but I'm going to try. So I called Celeste. I said, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. We had one conversation on the phone. I still have the notebook in here that has all of our notes, and I just went after it and worked hard at it, did everything I could just to get the word out there, just like everybody before me had done. And in my first full month with Plexus, I made $1,200. That was my commission, including my building bonuses. And I was absolutely shocked because not only was I able to pay for Colton's therapy, but I had an extra $200. Y'all, that moved the needle in my house. I mean, never have I had an extra $200. I mean, and that $200 kind of told me that, oh my gosh, it kind of gave me hope that it's going to be so much more than what it was. It's like I got Colton covered, but what if I really worked this? What if I strategically worked my business and actually could be home with my kids? I mean, I'd worked for 19 years. My kids had only known me working. they've been, juggled between babysitters and grandmas and whoever else to watch them and raise them. And I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be that mom. Like I think most moms do. And that was my ultimate desire. And so I said, okay, if I could do this in one, full month of, working the business on the side of my 50-hour job, what if I really put effort behind this? What if I went all in? I could be home with my kids. And mind you, I had my girlfriends, that was back when we got paper stubs. They didn't have direct deposit. They would show me. They would go on screenshot and show me their paychecks. I was like, you guys are killing me. I mean, they were making big money back then. I remember there were $4,000 checks. I remember what Celeste showed me, like a $13,000 check. And I was like, this is not real. This is not real. I worked my butt off and I've never had a check that big before. But, once I decided I was all in, y'all, I just did it. And I put my nose down and I just took off with the business. My goal was to be home with my kids. And 9 months later, I was able to retire from my career completely and make Plexus my career. 2 months after that, I went Sapphire. 3 months after that, I went Diamond. My journey did go fast. I had a lot of momentum, but I tell you what, out of all of it, out of the whole journey, my biggest blessing now is where I am. I'm now Diamond Gold, where I'm Diamond Ambassador, and they've allowed me to re-enter under myself, and I'm Gold on my second position, so I have a double position right now. Now all I want is all my friends to be here with me, because now I've achieved this really fabulous level at this company, but oh my gosh, it's so much funner when your friends are doing it with you. I mean, that's kind of, such a perk to this job is you get to pick your coworkers on your team. I mean, you really do. You think about it. I mean, of course, as you get down, down your downlines, you don't know these folks, but your level ones, the people that work with you on a day-to-day basis, you get to pick them. I look at mine, I look at my level ones, and my 3 biggest legs, my 3 most powerful legs, all of us worked at the same ad agency together. Back in 99, same one that Kim Pollock, the holistic health coach. We have 4 of us from that ad agency. All of us are all jewels on my team. We have 2 diamonds, a sapphire, and an emerald. And oh my gosh, literally our offices were right next to each other at the ad agency too. I mean, and that's what's so crazy. My kids go to a school up here, McKinney Christian Academy, and I think there's 11 jewel ambassadors just at that school. And the school only has 600 kids from pre-K to 12th grade. So there's no such thing as, people always say, oh, I guess your market's tapped out. No, absolutely not. If that was true, there's no way 11 of us could all hit the top level of the company. There's no way. My biggest teams, just so y'all know, are in Amarillo, Texas, Boise, Idaho, and the state of Alabama. And I live in McKinney, but my biggest teams are out of state. And I tell you what, Zoom calls have changed the nature of this business, because I used to travel a lot by choice. I would hop on a plane and, go to Amarillo I did a tour across Alabama, and in-person meetings are very, very important. They are, but it is also great too, to be able to touch my out-of-state teams and people just out of my city, with these Zoom calls. It's been fabulous, and it allows us to be more connected and allows us to share ideas. And it's been awesome. So that's my story. That's a little bit about me. I will go through and answer some of these questions that you guys have here. You guys actually posed some pretty awesome questions. I really like these. I might do a video on some of these because they're so good. Okay, so here's the first one. Somebody asked something about if I send a cold message, offering a sample, what do I send? I like to send the 7-day slim samples. I know they're expensive. They cost about $24, but if it's somebody that you really think would probably be a strong ambassador, send them the 7-day. If they're just dipping their toe in the water, send them a 3-day trial. I mean, and you can even, I used to buy, I thought I had one sitting around here, an extra bag of Slim. And I would kind of put it on my, keep it in my notes as it was just for marketing. I would buy an extra bag and I would take out 3 little sticks and tie them up with a ribbon and give them to people at school. I remember when Celeste started, she would tie a little thing of Slim to a mini water bottle and give it out to people to try. She would have them in her car. And that's what was back in the day when no one had heard about it. So she would just hand those out right and left. But, and then let's see, it says, then what do I say when I follow up? I call them and say, hey, did you get a chance to try the Plexus? And if so, or the Slim, what do you think? But I will tell you guys something. If you do give out free samples, people might end up putting those free samples on their mail pile. If people pay for samples, they're much more apt to try them because they have some skin in the game. They pay for it. They put some money out for it. So just be careful not to give away too much product because some people take advantage of that. Let's see, but when I do follow up, that's what I say. I said, hey, I just want to check in on you so you get a chance to try, try Plexus or try the Slim or whatever it is you gave to them. And if so, let me know how you feel. And then if they're like, oh, I haven't had a chance, you just be like, oh my gosh, girl, you've got to give it a try. It is amazing. And the more passionate you sound about it, the more they're going to kind of feel like they're missing out on something special. And I do that to people all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, you haven't even tried it? Girl, you're crazy. Try it. Try it for 3 days. You call me. I'm going to call you on Friday. I want to hear about it because I guarantee you, girl, it's going to make you feel better. I promise. Give it a shot. Let me know, okay? I'll call you Friday. Okay, then they're like, okay, I'm accountable. Oh gosh. But really, we want people to try this stuff because we're changing lives. So, I mean, and some people need that. They need that extra push. Some people say I've had no responses when I've done this. Again, if everything you're doing is in written form, if everything you're doing is via an email or a text message and they're not hearing the passion in your voice or the excitement in your voice, they may be retrieving that message differently. I'll give you an example. You send a text that says, hey, Jenny, I would love you to try Plexus Slim. I'll give you a 3-day trial if you're interested. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee if you do want to order. Let me know if you want to try a free sample. She's like, free? Okay, I'll do it. She responds. Okay, now let's change that up. What if you left a voice message? How you can hit the little recorder and you left a voice message. Jenny, girl, it's me. Listen, okay, you've got to try this Plexus. It is unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to give you a 3-day trial, but let me tell you, if you order this, you can try it for 2 months. You get all your money back. Okay, try it. You're going to love it. You're going to want to place an order. I'm going to drop it off at your house. Okay, those two messages are completely different. Do you know what I mean? If you utilize either voicemail on a phone or any of those message opportunities, you can do one on Facebook Messenger or on your phone on text on most upgraded mobile devices. It is so much more powerful. And I'll tell you something else, a little side tip to that. The folks on my team who fast started gold, I've probably had 11 or 12 fast start gold on my team over, my 3 years. More than not, they've reached people by voicing them. Julia Carty is one of my most powerful ambassadors on my team. She's also a diamond gold. She's a huge recruiter, and she recruits on the phone. It's interesting. Even as my friend, she picks up the phone and calls me. She rarely ever texts me. She's a communicator. And you know what? If somebody gets me on the phone and I talk to them, I am much more apt to be more engaged with them, to react to them. But if I'm just reading something, I can blow it off. I can't blow off somebody that I'm talking to in person because that would be rude. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of an interpersonal relation kind of lesson. So think about that. Think about maybe stepping away from the computer and try to use your voice, or even meeting them for coffee. Hey, let's go to coffee. I just want to show you this stuff. Want to catch up with you. I'll drop the stuff off. You can try it. You don't have to. It's all up to you. Then when you're in person, you get an opportunity to do the hardcore sell. And the hardcore sell is really, you guys got to try this stuff. It's not really, oh my gosh, you got to try this because you get this deal and you get free shipping. And that. No, I'm trying to get people to fall in love with these products. I'm trying to get them to understand the value of them. And if it's not Slim that they need, they probably know someone with eczema that could really use, some of our body cream and the ProBio combo. Or they might know somebody who has Hashimoto's and could just rock it on a triplex with some ease added in. I mean, if you don't know all these combinations, that's fine. We have documents out the wazoo that have all of these issues and then product combinations. If you don't have that, Pam, it's under files on my page, and I think it's on the 18 page as well. It's a really cool document to have. I had it at one point. I carry around, I'm a paper girl. I don't like digital that much, so I have a paper calendar, and I had that slipped in there with the compensation plan. I always had it with me at all times. It helped because I don't know a lot about autoimmune issues. I don't have one. I don't have anybody in my immediate family that has one. but I've tried to learn a bit about it because of how powerful our products are in dealing with those. So I digress. Y'all, I can go off rabbit trails all day long. Okay, let's see. Next question. If you sponsor an ambassador who starts signing customers and ambassadors quickly, but none or few want to work the business, is the sponsoring ambassador leaving something out? Okay, there's two trains of thoughts on this, guys. Some people are just better customers. They really are. There's some people out there that they want to order preferred. They just want to get their product, and you so badly want an ambassador that you end up talking them into signing up as an ambassador. When the whole time, they probably would have been a lot better as a preferred customer, where you're getting a bonus, a commission, and you're getting a bonus every single month from them. You will make more money on them as a customer. In looking at this from a business. So vet people out when you're thinking about them. When you're thinking about people, would this person be a good leader on my team? Would this person be a good business person? Do they have a high level of integrity? Do they have strong character? Would they be somebody that others look up to? I think about that when I think about my customers, because if you're going to flip them to ambassadors and they add somebody, they're a leader on your team immediately. So think about that. Who are these folks that you are planning your business around? They're all different legs to the stool. Are they all strong? Because if you have a weak leg, it can affect your team. So, I think about that often when I think about, okay, I've got this customer. And I've had a few customers that have been with me for, a couple of years. And I have some ambassadors that are just wholesalers. That's fine. They qualify, I get 5 points, they get their product, everybody's happy. That's fine. And I also too, y'all, know that everybody doesn't have to be an ambassador. They don't. Not everybody's going to want this. Who you want as ambassadors are people who want to work the business. Now, some people will get ambassadors just because that's what they're doing and they're building their team and whatnot. If they are getting ambassadors quickly, they need to know that they have to start training them immediately to either stay as an ambassador or to become a strong ambassador and be a business leader. I think a lot of people sign people up and they're like, now what do I do? And you're like, well, now the work kicks in a little bit, because now you're going to want to train them. And they're like, well, gosh, I just signed up. I don't even know what I'm doing. And it's like, well, great. Then you need to go to your upline and say, hey, I've got these new ambassadors. We all kind of need a roadmap. Can you help me? Your upline will help you. If that upline won't help you, you go to the next upline up. There will always be somebody, especially on this team. This team is called Power Team. We have 30 Jewel ambassadors on this team, and we have 7 Diamond ambassadors on this team. We have one of the largest amounts of jewels on one team in the company. So you have support. You have folks to help you guys all along. So if you need help training yourselves or you need help training your downline, there's lots of resources that we have for you guys. Okay, let's see. And you said, are they leaving something out? I think what they might be leaving out is just all of a sudden becoming a leader, or figuring out, how do I become a leader of a team? I don't really know. They need to learn fast, because the faster they learn, and it's not a ton to learn. I mean, they could take it in little baby bites, because that's something, y'all, of network marketing I didn't know about. I didn't understand that leadership was going to come along with it. All I thought was, I just want to be homework, and I wanted to make a lot of money. That's all, that's all I kind of thought. I'll be completely honest with you. I really didn't think about, oh, wow, at some point, I'm going to have 28,000 people underneath me who are looking at me for help. I probably would have been overwhelmed. So it's kind of good that I went into this, dumb. But really, it's been really great to learn how to become a leader in all this. And I just found that as long as I'm loving on my level ones and showing my entire team respect, and respect in terms of, I never say, oh, you just go talk to your upline. I'm not going to talk to you. I always try to help them. Somebody reaches out to me. I say, you know what? I can't answer that for you right now, but I'm going to find someone that can. And I connect them with somebody. That's an easy way to start leadership. I don't know the answers to that. You know what? I'm still kind of learning too. Here, let me reach out to my upline, and we'll find someone who can help us. That's all it took. That was leadership right there, because you're helping the person below you, you're being a resource to them, and you're now a connector. And now that downline trusts you. And now they're like, gosh, she's really helping me out. This is nice. Also, the more you love on your downline and you get to know them personally, do your best to get to know them more than just 5 points. Get to know who they are and what makes them tick and what their why is. And their why is why they're doing the business, because then you can help your team. If you find out, though, you must know the whys of all your level ones, because when they come to you and they're having a rocky week and this darn back office is not working for them, and you know they haven't gotten a shipment in, and they're calling you and they're venting, and you know you're there for them, and you're like, but listen, hey, I know your ultimate goal is to be able to make that car payment for your husband. Let's get that done. Let's talk about what stresses us out, and then let's figure out a solution, and let's get that payment. Let's figure out how you can make that payment. You change that, guys. If you know what those people, your folks' whys are, it's going to be a lot easier for you to connect to them. Instead, you're going to be playing this defensive game of trying to solve why they're upset and this and that. You're going to change it around, guys. You're going to take it away from, okay, yeah, every business has rocky times. Every business, no matter what industry you're in, automotive, real estate, insurance, everything is cyclical. Everything has high seasons and low seasons. Network marketing is exactly the same. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for, there's going to be some harder times. And it's hard to lead in hard times. I'm not going to lie to you. But when you keep your chin up and you lead with character and integrity, and you help your team stay positive, when it comes out on the other end, you've just taught your team how to lead well. So now when it gets rocky again, your team's bigger, they're going to do exactly what you did in those hard times. They're not going to call and complain and whine and cry. They're going to be like, okay, I remember when this happened last summer, and I remember Pam told us we just got to stick it out and stay, I'm going to do what she did. And they're going to lead exactly like you did. So there's a lot of duplication when you become a leader. If you lead positively, you're going to teach them how to lead positively. If you lead negatively, not gonna lie to you, it's gonna trickle down to your team, and it's gonna affect your team. Again, rabbit trail, sorry. Let me go to the next question here. Okay. Those are one, time management. Okay, this is one of my faves. I worked full-time. Okay, this is how I managed my time. And I know a lot of people either work, or they have kids, or they have littles at their feet, or they just like me, I've got teenagers and they're in a million different activities. So no matter what stage of life I'm in, there's a different level of time management. The first thing I did was I got organized. I made sure I made files on my computer, and on my computer I made files, one that said ProBio, one that said BioCleanse, one that said before and afters, one that said great testimonies. Anytime I found really good information, I would pop it in these files. I also made files on my phone, in the email box, in your email system. And I would write an email to myself as if I asked myself, so tell me about Plexus. So I wrote an email. Well, let me tell you about Plexus. This stuff is awesome. And I wrote a whole email, sent it to myself, and I saved it in a file that I called Plexus Forwards. So when anybody asked me about Plexus, I went to that file, hit forward, and I sent it off to that person. Done. And when I was working full time, I probably sent out 300 of those. I mean, I went to my sent file one day just because I was curious. I was sending them at lunch break, boom, 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 because all these people were asking me about it. I had another one I wrote out about becoming an ambassador. What does it mean to become an ambassador? I was like, let me tell you about ambassadorship, about being an ambassador and how awesome it is. Wrote that whole email, sent it to myself, saved it in the forwards folder. So I had that one. I had another one that I had written on, can you take Plexus while you're nursing? And then there was another one on compensation plan. I mean, they're old. I've updated them since. But doing that in your own words, because even if I showed you mine, it's written in the way that I talk. So you want to write it so it sounds like it's from you. And a lot of times when I would forward that to somebody, I might change the first paragraph, make it a little personal, and then send it on. But that alone really helped me. I would also on my phone, every time I would see a really good post, I would just save it to my phone. To save a picture and the text, I would save the picture to my phone And then I would Facebook inbox them to myself. So I'd go Facebook inbox, Rosalind Payne. I would take the picture and the text and send them both to myself. To this day, I can go through and find old, really good posts. And that's how I do them on my phone really fast, because you have the text and the picture right next to each other. Does that make sense? Y'all, that really, and another tip, I got this from a training at convention. Some of you might have been in this training, but somebody else said you know how we have group pages. Pam, you have a team page, right? They made their own personal group page. They called it, like I called it, Rosalind Payne's group page, and it's only I access it, but it's where they save stuff. They save files, documents, stuff that they want to be able to access all the time. Okay, if I had that idea back when I was working full time, that would have been awesome, y'all. Think about it. You pull up your own page, you can put anything in there. You can fill it with pictures, you can fill it with testimonies, you can fill it with everything that you find. That's even better, I think, than doing it by Messenger. So, know, guys, that this is going to take a little bit of time, but it's just like when you're starting a company. Like if you've ever started a company or started a new project, or maybe like your kids start a new year of school, you kind of get everything set up. You sharpen your pencils, you get everything in line, you make the folders. That's what you do when you start this business. The more organized you are, the more seamless it will be on your busy day. So I've got myself organized. Then I made sure that I posted every day. I woke up 30 minutes before my kids. I would always put a post up early in the morning, because everyone checks their Facebook before they go to work. So you get something fresh up there in the morning. It would be Plexus or be personal, because I tried to rotate stuff all day. Lunch break, I put up another post. Carpool, or after the kids went to bed, I would rotate. I would put up about 3 to 4 posts a day, but they weren't always Plexus. But I made sure at least 2 of them were Plexus every day. Because you have different audiences, y'all. You have a different audience in the morning than you do at night. There's a lot of people that do not check their Facebook until they get home and go to bed. If you want to see the most active time on Facebook, it's about 8:30 at night. You'd be shocked. And when I get on there, you'll even notice. I mean, my internet even slows down in my neighborhood because the whole neighborhood's on. But you'll notice you start getting lots of comments and likes if you post in the evening. So save really good doozies for the evening, really good ones. So, but I would do that, and I made sure I stayed consistent. I didn't miss a day. And if I needed some extra time, I would wake up like a couple hours, or not wake up a couple hours, but I would spend a couple hours on a Saturday getting myself organized. That's when I would talk to people, potentials. I would and tell my family, hey guys, this time between 9 and 11 Saturday morning is going to be my work. Let me just knock out some stuff, and then you've got me the rest of the day. And that helped me. And I even so I told you my schedule: before work, lunch, evening, and then Saturday mornings. I told my team the same. If you guys need to reach me, these are the times you can reach me. Other than that, I need you guys to lean on each other and help each other, because I work full time. Doing that forced my team, my leaders, to be resourceful. They learned fast how to find their own answers. They learned how to lean on each other, so everybody wasn't coming to me. And they also learned that I don't have all the answers. You know what, guys? Everybody on your team will have a different gift. My gift is not product knowledge. I know about the products. I know how they work. But I don't know where something was sourced. And I don't know what, level of this and that. But I've got people on my team who love that stuff. And they're my little Cliff Clavens. And they just and so when we get and talk about product, I'm like, girl, get on this call. They need you. And then she'll say, Roz, I need someone to hear more about the opportunity. Can you get on this? Because all I know is product. I'm like, sure. And we all use each other for our strengths. Y'all, you learn that when you force people to jump in the deep end and learn this business on their own. So again, encouraging your team to be resourceful, they will teach that to their downline. I did not get overwhelmed. A lot of people will say, oh my gosh, you had people calling you all the time. I didn't, because I taught them where to find answers. And then if they couldn't find an answer, I would always be like, okay, I'll find out tonight when I get home, or I'll find out at my lunch break. And I was always made sure I was available and that I did what I said I was going to do. If I told them I was going to look up something, I looked it up and got back to them. If I told them I was going to set up a 3-way call with them in one of my uplines, I made sure I followed through with that. They wanted to make sure they could trust me and that I was, loyal and whatnot. Okay. I am rambling. It's 8:07. Is that okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, coming up with different messages on how to message people. All right. Is everybody in here playing along on the diamond draw contest? Because everybody should be in a group. And if you're not, get in a group, because every single day there are thousands of different ideas of how to reach out to people posted on those pages. People are posting their reach outs. Go in and read those. It gives you very good ideas. I've gotten good ideas. I'm going through, I'm like, ooh, that girl worded that good. I'm going to use that. I mean, that's how we all share each other's ideas. Utilize corporate promotions as a reason to reach out again to somebody. If you're like, oh my gosh, I've reached out to this person 3 times, they're going to be beaten down. Wait a minute, we got free shipping. Great reason to reach out to everybody. Go back to your list. Hey, just wanted to let you know, for the next 5 days, we have free shipping. People are all over this. Just wanted to make sure you knew. If there's any products you'd be interested in, just let me know. Easy. There's a reach out. Some people are like, all right, I've been wanting to do this. Now I can save some money. I'll go ahead and do it. Or 1776 promotion. This was our last 4th of July promotion. That goes up. Yet another reason why to get on and reach out to people. Hey, this is the first time they've ever offered an ambassadorship for only $17. If you're up for saving money, that's a big savings. It's almost 50% off. Let me know if you want to do this. It's a pretty cool deal. That's it. Totally different reach outs. If it's about product, make sure that you're doing your best to learn what your friends need from Plexus. Do they need the products? Do they need the business? What is it they need? And tailor your request to their need. Really. Somebody's always complaining about working long hours because they're a nurse and they're exhausted. Okay, let's share some products that help with energy. You can talk to her about Slim. You can talk to her about Edge. You can talk to her about the triplex, getting her gut in line and giving herself more sustained energy. I mean, these are things you can talk to her about because she's posed that on Facebook. She put it out there, so you're just being a good friend solving the problem. If somebody is complaining because they're about to be kicked out of their apartment, their husband's been out of work for, however many months, whatever, and they're struggling. Hey, I don't know if, anybody's reached out to you, but I'm just letting you know, if you make a little bit of extra money, I know at this point probably anything can help. You can easily do that with Plex. I can help you the whole way. I can help you figure out how to do that. Let me know if I can. It's a great way to make money while you're at home or whatnot. You can just pretty much say anything, but use what folks are giving you on Facebook. Use what they're saying and sharing, because so many times they're calling for help, and you have you can be that conduit to get that help to them. So think of it that way. A lot of people are like, oh, I just don't want to, sell to my friends. I don't sell to my friends. I share what I love, and my friends want what I have, whether it's the product or an opportunity to have financial freedom. Okay, let's see. Okay. And this is the last thing I'll go over here. I think one of the most important things when I first started in the business, my first year, that allowed me to grow the most and that taught me the most about the business and about the products through testimonies was meetings. Going to meetings, attending meetings in person, on Zooms, in person if you can, because there's nothing like sitting in a room and having women and men stand up and share how what you're doing has changed their life. You're not human if it doesn't move you or almost bring you to tears when you have someone up there crying, a man saying, you guys gave me my wife back. I had lost my wife. She was depressed and she was struggling and she was alone, and I didn't know how to reach her, and I didn't know what was wrong. And now that she's on these products, it's changed her, and I have my wife back. Okay, when I hear that stuff, it solidifies to me why I'm here, why the Lord put me here in this position, because I'm here to help people like that. And every time I go to these meetings and I hear these testimonies, y'all, it rocks me every single time. I also learn really good ways how to present the information. Not everybody is a public speaker. Not everybody likes to even talk in front of people, much less see themselves on a video. But you know what? The more I would go to them and I would hear people talk, I'm like, these are just real people. These are just people just like me that just wanted a chance, that just wanted something different. And, as I watch people present over time, I realized if I just get up there and I'm myself and I just talk, That's all I need to be. I don't need to be an eloquent speaker that's got these funny puns and the great delivery and you hear the ba-dum-bump in the background. That's not me. I'm just going to get up there and say, hey, as a mom, drove a hail-dented minivan, the doors didn't work. I was struggling, working my tail off to always chasing my tail. Found this business. I worked it like a business. I love the products. And now I'm able to sit here. You know, my husband doesn't have to work if he doesn't want to. I'm now making as much in 1 month as I made in a year as a media director at a Dallas ad agency. It is unbelievable. And my paychecks increase every month. It's insane. I'm probably making, I'll give you a ballpark just because people really always really want to know, I'm in the 50s per month. Y'all, that is insane. What? I have a friend who's an anesthesiologist. He doesn't even make that much. He's like, Ross, are you kidding me? But it's happening. It's happening. And I'm like, I told my husband, I was like, the Lord is blessing our family and we have to share this with others because these are his resources, not mine. I mean, and my biggest joy will be to get my friends and my family and anybody who wants this to have this same freedom. Because there's no freedom like this out there, you guys. There's no opportunity I've ever seen. We are not selling candles or handbags or mascara here. We're selling stuff that changes people's life and that they take every single day of their life. And it's not just for women. It's for women and men and children and adults and senior citizens, whoever. We have the largest target market of almost any product out there, along with the fact that this company pays us an extraordinary amount of money to help market and share to our circles of influence. All right, thanks, Plexus. I'll play. I mean, it's been awesome. So I just urge you guys jump in with both feet. You know, learn as much as you can. You know, learn about but you don't have to know everything about the products to start sharing. I didn't. Just get out there. You know, find a couple areas that you're comfortable with talking about. Start there. And someone's like, can you tell me about this ease cream? You go, you know what? I don't personally use it, but I have friends who do. I'm going to get you some information and I'll get back with you this evening. Hey, I was honest. Y'all, I'm not fluffing. Oh, it's a very fabulous. It's a cream and it's, I'm honest with them. You know, I tell them, I mean, and also when people ask me about the products, I tell them about all the products that I'm like, oh, you guys, we have so much more than just, the Slim. We have a pain relief line, and we have vitamins, and we have, omegas, and we have, protein drinks, all kinds of things. And then people are like, oh, I just thought all you had was this pink drink. So in sharing everything, it's allowed just me to reach so many different people. And to this day, I'm still doing everything I can to reach so many different people in so many different markets and targets and such. So anyway, rabbit trail again. I start talking and I just go off on these tangents. So I want to thank you guys for having me. This was so fun. This is my first call I've ever got to do for Pam's team. So I was pumped. I was like, oh my gosh. When I saw you win, we were all giddy. We were screaming on the Zoom. We were like, oh my gosh, it's Pam.
Thank you so much, Roz. I know
Thank you.
Your time is very, very valuable. So
this was awesome. It was so nice to see all you all. Let's see. There's Michelle and Dahlia. Oh, I know all these names. Girl. Fun. Wait, I got to click on this button so I can see everybody. Oh, look, I see everybody now. Angela. And there's a couple people calling in. It's so good to see you guys. Well, for y'all I've never met, it was so nice to meet you. And for you that I know and I've seen at events, it was good to see you guys again. So y'all have a fabulous night. I'm going to go hang out with my kiddos who are waving at me in the window over here. But y'all take care.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
bye.
Hey, bye, guys.
Hey, Phyllis.
Yeah. Hi. Good to see you.
You too.
Okay, guys. Hang on. I'm going to stop recording.